How's it, everyone? We are back again. I just, me, I'm Wayne the Unknown. I don't really need to introduce myself again. I'm here with Brian, Brandon, Keyshawn, and Karen, who you may know from times we've had on here and on Gaming with Wayne and Friends. We are now going to be doing episode 2 of funny Steam reviews. From funny to, yeah, that's actually accurate, to what the fuck.
Hmm.
And after we did the one about DayZ, the next one we're gonna be doing out, and I think everyone likes this. It's between this one and Fallout New Vegas. It's Fallout 3. I know Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are probably the more popular ones because I think what one was done by Bethesda, the other was by Obsidian.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, New Vegas was Obsidian, 3 was back to Bethesda. And you can tell there's a drastic quality change. Obsidian really ran with the ball with that
Oh,
property. That's why
I'm
it's
look
everybody's favorite.
I'm looking forward to their next game coming out because I played Outer Worlds
Oh
by
yeah.
Obsidian, which has that Fallout
Hmm.
vibe. The one I'm looking
Because they do it well.
I'm
Yeah.
looking for their next Game Pass release, Avowed, which is part of the Pillars of Eternity universe, but it's by Obsidian. So
Okay.
that's gotta be good. And they have you can switch between third and first person mode. So it's like, ooh, this is fun, and I would play it.
Yeah.
But yes,
Oh, for sure.
who here has played Fallout 3? Show of hands or voice.
I have.
Yep.
I've played it.
Yeah. I tried getting into it, but I couldn't. And this is the one where you're like, I gotta find my dad.
Well, they're all pretty much variations of that, but except for the first two.
Oh yeah, the water thing broke, so you got to go fix it.
Give me the water chip. Come on, smooth skin. Get a move on. Yeah, yeah. It
God,
gets
thank you for doing this, but you're not allowed back in our vault.
yeah.
uh,
Yeah, Fallout 3, that's a hard one to get into, but I tried one point, stopped, and then later on I went back, got a good running start because some of the items are randomized. And then once you got past a certain point, I'm like, oh hey, this is actually fun. Once everything that stops being able to kill you instantly, it's
Right.
rather enjoyable, but you just have to get there.
yeah.
You just have to survive the journey.
Yeah.
We want you to we need you to take care of this nuke in Nuketown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What happens? Does the nuke
Right.
explode or something if you fix
If you
it?
want it to.
Yeah. You have that choice.
You
Yeah.
can sabotage it. You can take the offer from the guy from Tenpenny Tower, and
Mm-hmm.
you can go up there and watch it set off. Which also does lead to a Evil Dead Easter egg because the I forget her name, the mechanic lady there who wants you to do her crazy wasteland book.
Ah,
She becomes a ghoul, and the reference to Evil Dead there is like, honey, you got real ugly.
Yeah, exactly.
you got
Yeah,
ugly real quick.
Yep.
exactly.
Um, but you've never played Keyshawn?
No, again, I've had my friend Will, he was big on Fallout. He's played 3, New Vegas, pretty sure 4, and yeah, and again, just one of those games I just couldn't get to. But talking about the Nuke and Nuketown, was that the one where like you can have a choice with the Brotherhood of Steel, or am I remembering that differently?
Well, the all of them technically you can join any faction, but the um the one you might be thinking of is more like in 4 because you have like complete path lines where you can go down with the Brotherhood or the Syndic. Well, eventually, what the Institute, the Underground.
Going for
Yeah, because
the,
4
the,
had
the
more of those kinds of choices than 3 did, if I'm not mistaken. But they all
I
technically
don't
have
think
them.
you could join the Conclave. I don't think that was an option.
Yeah,
Or the Enclave, I mean. But 4, yeah, 4 had the Institute, the Railroad, the Minutemen, and the Brotherhood.
yeah,
And
that might be
then
what you're thinking of.
And then I think with Fallout 3, I think you could do faction base with either the new California Republic or Caesar's Legion.
Yeah,
And there might have been something for the Strip, but I think it might have just been just those two.
but the Brotherhood was everywhere because they always are.
Hmm.
But yeah, if you're not into that kind of stuff, where it's an easy one to bypass. That's why I'm sure some of the reviews are gonna just mention once again the wonky mechanics and like, oh, I can hit something with a nuke from 10 miles away, but can't hit a guy in the head with a pistol at 2 inches. That that happens too.
That is
Yeah, I
so
think-
true.
I think the highlight of watching my friend play that game was every like 5 or 10 minutes, you would just see some random like object just like clip through the entire like
Oh, yeah.
area, and just we call it the UFO glitch, and we just die laughing every time we see it happen.
I couldn't get. I tried to get to one part, but I kept on like getting attacked by. I think there were giant ants.
Yeah,
Or,
those can be a pain.
Yep.
it's like I'm out of bullets. My weapon doesn't work well.
Smack it.
I have it on the low. I have it on the lowest difficulty, and yet somehow I'm still getting fucked here. Okay, yeah. Gee, thanks, Todd.
Yeah, three was kind of a pain. That's
That's
why New Vegas was everybody's favorite too, because it also had a better story.
Oh
But
yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah. I mean, it felt like an actual, like a, Karen, same question. What were your thoughts before I read the reviews? What were your thoughts on Fallout 3?
It's been a while since I played it. Trying to remember, because I might get it confused with 4. Maybe play 4 more. I don't know. I liked it, but I was never good at saving people from the Brotherhood. It's like, well, I can try to save you, but you're gonna die most likely. You know, when they're like tied up and stuff on the ground or whatever.
Mm.
Or they're screaming, "Save me!" or something. I don't really remember.
Here are the recommended reviews. One was in July, one was 10th. Again, this is Steam, so some people will jokingly put one. Found a very cute girl in the wasteland. Vet said I had 0% chance to hit that. 10 out of 10. Such realism. Ooh.
I love
Uh,
how clever people are. I really do.
It's
Here's
funny the little comments they put in the game.
Oh yeah. Here's another one. I stole the Declaration of Independence. 1776 out of 10. Would Nicolas Cage conspiracy again?
Oh, that's right. I forgot you can do that.
nope.
Oh, that's right, because
Somebody wants you to get that for them.
Fallout 3 takes place in
DC.
DC, and that's right. This came out years after. Well, yeah, this came out for the 360 era, but this came out after National Treasure. So I wonder if that's why they did it. It's like, hey, they did the movie. Let's add it in our game.
Clever tie-ins from video game to cinema.
Mhm. Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, they're good for the references.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of references in all their games to all kinds of stuff.
Like in New Vegas, if you got the like the wacky wasteland or whatever like that, you could only by having that perk could you get certain things to appear, like the holy hand grenade. You could,
Of
you could get that.
the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch from
Yes,
Monty Python, yeah.
or you have the rodents of unusual size
Yep.
from Princess Bride.
Oh god, that is
Yeah.
that is perfect.
That's funny.
Next one is Dota 2. I've never played this, but I've seen a lot of it mentioned online. Anyone here play Dota 2?
I
When
have
it-
not.
when
I
it
haven't
first
even
came
seen
out.
anything.
You couldn't pay me enough to play that. No offense.
Not even all the money in the world.
Well, I'm just not very big on like MOBA type of games where it's like, I mean, I've tried League once or twice, and I just couldn't get into it. I played Heroes of the Storm for a good brief moment, but that was back when they were doing the whole like thing with Blizzard and Overwatch, where it's like, hey, if you play this game, you can unlock a free skin for
Oh.
Genji and
Yeah, I
Overwatch.
remember that back when Overwatch was still good and just a shell of itself now. I'm sorry.
Back when Blizzard somewhat cared about its player base.
Yeah.
Wait,
Emphasis on-
Blizzard cared?
At
Yeah,
one point,
didn't you
At
know
one
they gave
point,
us
yeah, very
first?
much
Oh
so.
god, I remember the promises for Overwatch 2. There should be a story mission, and there should be this, there should be that. Oh, now everything's behind a fucking paywall. Thanks a lot, Blizzard.
Hey, it turns out the name of the game was actually called Overpromised.
Overpromised, overpriced. But yeah, no, I've never played it. Brian, you said you played it?
When it first came out, because like I said, it was a mod for Warcraft 3.
Oh, that's right.
And it was itself a sequel to a mod. I mean, so we go back quite a bit, but I wasn't a big MOBA person. It got recommended, like, oh, it's so much better than the first one. I was like, okay, tried it. That's not my jam. It looked great and it ran smoothly because it was Warcraft 3, but I'm not willing to put the amount of time into that, League of Legends, any of these others. I mean, even the Pokemon one, which I really like, Pokemon and stuff. Just MOBAs are not my jam.
Mm.
And I guess the new one from Valve is supposed to be really good, but I think it's because it's a blend. They're learning what people do and don't like about that genre of game.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Valve does not make bad games.
Yeah.
That's what I love about them. They take their time. They are
Yeah.
smart and thorough.
So you got good elements of this Dota 2. You got stuff that pisses people off, and that's what League of Legends was supposed to help, I guess, bridge that gap. And then it had the same thing. So generally speaking, I can see why people are attracted to it because it was like nothing else out there. It just wasn't my thing. If I want something like that, I'll just go back to playing Overlord or something like that, that I can control myself and not have to rely on idiots.
Wait,
You
Wait,
know?
wait, Overlord, isn't that game?
Where you
where you-
control the goblins and all that. and
Oh
everything.
yeah, speaking of a game where you're controlling idiots, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was just more fun.
Oh
And you
man.
want to have some of those
Ah.
elements in there. That was just my opinion. But like I said, I can see why people liked it. Just wasn't me.
yeah, what's not to like about playing Sauron in a comedic setting?
Yeah.
Oh god, I wish they would make a I couldn't really get into Overlord, but I would like to see an Overlord 3. Because I played the
Same
sequel.
here. I
Yeah.
played both the first and second one.
I've only played the sequel. I got halfway through, right after we got to the part where you're on the ship trying to kill a bunch of mermaids.
Yeah. Another one that was
Right.
really good was
Mommy.
was a Goblin Commander back in the day too.
Mm,
Yes.
And that was kind of like a RTS MOBA, but like I said, that Dota wasn't for me. This wasn't my thing. I get
That's-
it, but I wasn't my jam.
That's fair. Here are the reviews. Again, this is Steam, just like Reddit. You don't know if it's true or not, or just to get people's attention. Spent 6,000 plus hours on this Barbie fashion simulator. 10 out of 10 would dress up my waifu again. I
Yeah.
okay. The best program for learning the Russian language.
Oh, yeah. Because
Uh,
of Eastern servers, yeah.
I lost my life, I lost my friends, I lost my girlfriend, I lost my personality, I forgot my hobbies, I forgot my studies, I forgot my manners, and finally, when I thought life would get better, I lost my family. GGWP 11 out of 10 would play again.
What?
Oh.
Well, once again, if you're into it, by all means, and I can see why people would do it because of
Again,
that dopamine drip for the victories and the wins and all. Like I said, it just wasn't my style of game. Not a big fan of MOBAs.
I don't know how accurate that is, but again, these are Steam reviews, and this is from a website, so some
Yeah.
of this can be true, some of this
We'll do anything just to get that dub.
pretty
Yeah.
much. So this one is Dark Souls, the Prepare to Die edition. Who here has played Dark Souls?
I have. But
I
I'm
have.
proud to say that I beat the first one. And
I
yeah,
tried
yeah.
playing the sequel and I couldn't get far. I think it got past the tutorial mission. Like, wait, this is how the rest of the game is?
Mm-hmm.
Undownload. I want to play something else.
Oh, you're not alone.
I tried one and got frustrated about an hour in. Never touched it again. Tried 3, got frustrated about a half hour in, and then didn't touch a
It's
Souls
shorter.
game. And well, actually, I wanted to play Bloodborne. I just watched Brandon play it, and then didn't get into it again until Elden Ring, which kind of fixed all my problems. But yeah, he's
And-
the real expert. This cat's gone through them all, even Demon Souls, all that shit.
Oh, I was say Demon Souls.
I'm
when it
working on
started,
Demon Souls. I haven't touched
Yeah.
2 and I barely touched 3,
Yeah,
but
but no.
yeah.
You're lucky. You're lucky you didn't touch 2 because I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
I'm with Keyshawn. It's not worth it after the tutorial mission.
Well, good to know for sure. So I don't waste my time.
You know, it's if you're into
Yeah, if you want to waste your time, fucking
No.
Sorry. Pardon the language, but
oh no, this is geeking out. You can't cuss here.
I can.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, if you want to waste your time playing Dark Souls 2, the worst mechanic that they had was the soul memory system, which it's the number, it's kind of like the amount of souls that you pick up and
Okay.
accumulate. But the soul memory, it's like the amount okay, let's say you pick up 100 souls. The soul memory is 100 souls.
Okay.
You die, lose those souls, pick them back up. Now the soul memory is 200.
Okay.
So it's a secondary like system of how they break down the online multiplayer, which honestly was not their best decision in my opinion. But to be fair, I think Miyazaki himself wasn't personally involved in 2,
Okay.
which is why in 3 it just came back a lot better.
And a lot harder.
Mhm.
Yeah, three felt infinitely harder getting off the ground. So, but felt more like Dark Souls.
Wait, Hayao Miyazaki was responsible for Dark Souls 2?
I think if I remember correctly, my friend Jordan, he mentioned that Miyazaki as wasn't like as much hands-on with 2, which is why it was kind of a colossal flop. Well, I wouldn't say colossal flop, but
It's
it
not what it
explains
should have been, right?
pretty much, yeah. I mean, lore-wise, I mean, it's there and it kind of connects in some way, but again, like other than that, it's just yeah.
That's fair. Karen, have you ever played Dark Souls?
No, I have not.
Um,
If you
Brandon,
want to
or-
break the bumper on your controller and get angry,
Oh yeah, we broke a couple controllers because of it. Yeah,
Because of
Brandon-
Really?
Oh, see, then I don't need.
Yeah.
If it's gonna make me angry, I really don't need to play it.
God, I lost track of how
Just
many
make sure
I
you
will
record
break more
yourself.
than just a controller.
I've lost track of how many controllers, how many A buttons on controllers I've broken because of button mashing. No joke. I wish I was kidding.
If it's gonna make me want to punch stuff, I don't need to play it.
That's the beauty of it. You're supposed to punch it back.
Yeah. Get good.
So here
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
here's this person's review. This is April
First, gotta
5th.
messed up finger.
This land is peaceful. Its inhabitants kind.
Oh,
That is a
Lies.
bold lie. I've heard.
I think that's the
You're never
joke.
kind.
they bring
I think-
peace to you through death.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, throughout all the Souls games, even Bloodborne, like, the landscape is beautiful and
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
the level designs are top notch.
Oh, Bloodborne was like peak in my opinion, and then you got
Oh, I
Elden, then you
love
got
the whole
then you get
Victorian era stuff.
then you get Elden
Dude,
Ring.
they need to bring it to PC. Sony, fucking let go of the leash.
It technically
Uh.
works right now, but the best anybody can get is 5 frames a second.
Oh, so you're basically like it.
It's slideshowing, but yeah, there is a technical mod that makes it work right now, but it's bad.
No, just like with the it's just like when they ported Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 to the PC, like that was bad.
Yeah,
You can't
Oh.
see like porting from PC to console, that's one thing, but porting from console to PC,
Yeah.
different story.
Yep.
Or when you're porting a game to the Nintendo Switch, like the new Mortal Kombat or the Funkoverse game, where the graphics are just
We don't talk about Mortal Kombat. Let's just leave that alone.
God, I get it. You want your game, you want the game to be on old console, but like, just let the Switch die already. I'm sorry.
Well, it's funny because when I saw that MK11, or not even, or yeah, when they were bringing the new Mortal Kombat games to the Switch, I'm like, you sure about that?
You saw MK1, like Witcher 3 for the Switch. That's okay because they roughly came out around the same time. But yeah, no.
no, that review is bullshit though.
Yeah.
I think that's just like that's the Mad Max. Nah, that's bait.
No.
They're lying to you.
No, it's like the messages you find in game. Oh,
Ugh.
jump off ledge here for secret.
You'll survive. It'll be fine. Don't
Oh,
worry.
for more, or my favorite, for more disturbing image, flip the disc over.
Yeah,
If you know, you know.
it'd probably be an easier game to play.
That'll do it for part 2 of reading funny Steam reviews. Next week week after, because I'll be posting Bob's What I've Been Up To Geeking Out episode. But after that, the Friday after that, we'll be posting the final part for the funny Steam reviews. And then shortly after, we will be reading funny reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So be prepared for whatever that's gonna be. So, yeah. And as always, I'm Wayne the Unknown. Until next time, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and also shout out to those who support and follow the channel.